Today, we're diving into something really big. We're talking about a fundamental shift in how we think about value and ownership. Basically, how our physical lives and our digital lives are starting to connect in some incredible new ways, especially when it comes to real-world assets in Web3. Seriously, just think about that for a second. What if every valuable thing you own, your house, a piece of art, even the intellectual property behind your next big idea, could have its own unique, verifiable, and interactive life on the blockchain? You know, for centuries, proving you owned something meant a physical piece of paper, a deed stored in some dusty filing cabinet. Well, that whole system is getting a massive upgrade. We're now seeing this new paradigm where our real-world stuff can be seamlessly connected to the digital universe. And trust me, this unlocks possibilities we're only just starting to imagine. Okay, so to really get our heads around this new digital economy, we need to get on the same page with the lingo. It all starts with two key acronyms that are the absolute foundation for everything we're about to discuss: NFTs and RWAs. First up, the NFT, or non-fungible token. The best way to think about this is like a digital certificate of authenticity. You know how a dollar bill is fungible? One is the same as any other? Well, an NFT is non-fungible. It's like an original signed painting. There is only one. It's your unique digital proof that you, and only you, own that specific digital thing. And then we have RWAs, or real-world assets. This one's pretty straightforward. It's stuff that has value right here in the physical or legal world. We're talking tangible things you can touch, like a building or a piece of machinery, but also intangible things, like copyrights to a song or a patent for an invention. So here's the key difference, right? It all comes down to their origin. NFTs are digital natives. They are born and they live online. RWAs, on the other hand, have their value anchored in the real world we all know. One's a digital creation, the other's a physical or legal reality. And this is exactly where things get interesting. So what happens when you smash these two worlds together? Well, you get this incredibly powerful fusion, and it's all made possible by a process called tokenization. This is the magic that truly connects the tangible to the digital. Basically, tokenization creates a unique digital identity. Think of it like a digital twin for a real-world asset on the blockchain. This gives that physical object a whole new dynamic life online, where its ownership and entire history become completely transparent and super easy to trace. And this isn't just theory, it's happening right now. Picture this: a musician in Brazil tokenizes their latest song. Suddenly, a fan all the way over in New Zealand can buy a small piece of that song, earning a share of the royalties and directly supporting the artist. This completely changes the game for creative industries. Or how about this one? A collector takes their vintage Maserati and tokenizes it. Now car lovers from anywhere in the world who could never dream of buying the whole thing can own a fraction of it. This just shatters the financial and geographical barriers, creating this global community of owners and making things like luxury goods accessible to more people. Okay, one more example. An up-and-coming filmmaker in Sri Lanka tokenizes their short film. Now, a movie buff in the UK who loves discovering new talent can directly invest in that project. It's a brand new way to fund, distribute, and get involved with creative work. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. This isn't just about buying something. This technology creates a much, much deeper connection. You're no longer just a consumer. You become a patron, an investor. You're a true stakeholder in the value that's being created. So we've talked about the what and the why, but that leaves the big question, the how. How does all of this actually get built? Well, to create a tokenized world at scale, you need some seriously robust infrastructure. You need a bridge, and that bridge is being built by Uptick Network. Think of Uptick as the foundational layer for this whole new economy. It's like the roads, the plumbing, the power grid. It's not just a single app, it's the open infrastructure designed from the ground up to support the entire lifecycle of commercial RWAs and turn this from a cool idea into a widespread reality. So how is Uptick pulling this off? Let's pop the hood for a second and take a quick look at the architecture that makes their whole approach so powerful. Uptick's strength really comes from its multi-layered design. You've got a base layer for the core network, a protocol layer for all the business rules, and an application layer for the tools people actually use. But the key word here is modular. This means the protocol layer can be custom fit for any type of RWA you can think of, from music rights to real estate, which makes the whole system incredibly flexible and future-proof. And that smart architecture powers some absolutely critical features. Cross-chain interoperability, that just means your assets aren't stuck on one network. Rigorous asset verification, that means you can actually trust that the thing being tokenized is real. And DeFi integration means these assets become active financial tools, not just digital pictures. It's all about creating an ecosystem that's secure, flexible, and totally trustworthy. All right, we've covered a ton of ground, from the big ideas to the tech that's making it all happen. But this is way more than just a tech trend. It's a movement that's being built by a community. And now the conversation includes you. So as we stand here watching the line between the physical and digital worlds get blurrier every day, just remember that Uptick is building that essential bridge. It's the infrastructure that's going to lead us all into a more transparent, accessible, and truly interconnected Web3.
And look, this is not something you should just sit back and watch. It's a movement you can actually be a part of. So right now, go ahead and pull out your phone and scan the QR code you see on the screen. It'll take you straight to the Uptick RWA discussion group, where you can connect with the community and actually help build this future.
So that brings us to the end of this explainer, but really, it's just the beginning of a much, much bigger story. We'll leave you with one final thought. As all these new doors open up, what will you bring to the new digital world?